Hey folks, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. Today we are going out to a unique brewery in El Paso, Texas called Blazing Tree Brewing. And we're going to try their White Rabbit Milk Stout. Come join us.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. Definitely appreciate you checking out this video. And with me today, as always, I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. I'm Ben. What are we drinking today, gentlemen?
Today we're going to El Paso, Texas. We're going to have Blazing Tree Brewing's White Rabbit Milk Stout. I'm thirsty. Let's drink.
All right.
I ain't gonna mess around.
This is one
Jay's serious.
Yeah, but again, this one's been pressurized, so
yeah,
you might watch yourself.
Mine's good.
Well, and tell us how you procured these.
Back in, let's say, it would have been less than 3 months ago. I was traveling through El Paso. I was there for literally just a night, and then traveled down to or up to Albuquerque, which we have future Albuquerque beers coming as well, additional ones. But we've done some Albuquerques in the past, but I hadn't been to El Paso in probably, I don't know, it's probably been 10 years. And I had a new customer out that area. Decided to hit up this brewery, which fortunately they were open either on a Sunday or a Monday night. But so this is from a crowler, as Andy was just denoting to you guys. It's
I denote.
Well, as you showed.
No, I'm a denoter. So
Yeah.
you said correctly. That's what I was going for.
Mm.
Wow. That's a great odor.
Yeah.
Aroma.
Aroma.
Odor makes it sound bad.
So
Smell.
cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
So they had several beers on their draft board. They had 2 or 3 that they had as award winners. But they had apparently had a big weekend, the weekend that I was there, the weekend before, and had sold out of 2 or 3 of their top award winners, and this was one of the next most popular ones. And that's why I picked it for us. And it's good for us to have a milk stout like this. We don't do as many stouts typically. We're more in the lagers, pilsners, and IPAs.
Well, we live in a very warm part of the country most of the time, so stouts don't travel typically down here.
Well, you got to figure this is coming from El Paso, Texas, so it's down there at the bottom of the country.
Yeah.
So
good point.
This is, as you said, a milk stout, 6.3%. It is made with Mexican chocolate and agua de coco. Do you know what that is, Ben?
I have no clue.
It's coconut water.
Oh.
And
I'm not surprised at the Mexican chocolate coming from where it was. I mean, they're right there on the border.
Town.
Yeah.
El Paso, Texas, founded in 2017.
And they have 2 different logos. The old logo was much broader. They have, you can see it now with the kind of the burning tree. They had one that was much larger, and you can still see that in their brewery today, but they switched to this more compacted logo. So I think it had to do with merchandising issues and other things like that. It was probably a little much to to do the big logo.
Little too much going on in that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great logo, and they still
Yeah.
have things. They have like a whole wood carving of it, and I think maybe a mural in their actual brewery. So.
Gotcha. Andy, did I hear you correctly? That's what we know on this one.
They're small
Yeah.
brewery.
Yeah, they're a micro for sure.
Little on their website. And this place, I tried, Ben, you couldn't find pictures of actual can label, because that doesn't exist, because everything on Untappd that people post is from either a flight or a draft pour.
Yep. And then they do
or a growler fill.
Yeah, growler fills. They do growlers and crowlers.
Growler. Yeah. The other picks are growlers too.
Yeah. So.
All right. So Jay, did you try this one while you were there?
That is a great question.
If you did, you did not log it.
No, I did not try this one intentionally. I had a flight of beer while I was there, but I had that flight of other things and intentionally chose to get this one just for us to try. So I have not had.
All right. Well, we'll let you go last just because you brought it. Which I'm going to turn to Andy. What do you think here?
My palate is confused. And I think it's the coconut water.
Yeah.
Because when I drink this, I smell a stout. Or when I drink it, when it smells like a stout, I get that kind of roasted aroma, a smell of chocolate. I get a little chocolate taste, but it's so thin tasting. It doesn't drink like a stout in terms of the thickness of the depth of it. It's got a taste of a stout, but not 100% there. So I'm like, oh gosh, could you almost black IPA, but it's not it doesn't have much bitter, but it's just like roasted. It's roasted beer is what it tastes like. And it's just confusing because I'm not like, well, this is horrible. I'm not feeling that. I'm just like, I'm trying to classify it, but it's not just like sweeping me off my feet. Like it's some groundbreaking, drink I've had, like Shingu did, the black type of lager, or some like black IPA. I don't know. I'm having a hard time with this one.
Well, I made you go first.
Yeah, because you're
trying to figure out the same boat.
How in the world am I going to talk about this? Because initial taste, good, stout, but when it gets to the back and the lingering taste, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, if I bought this in a 4-pack or everything, I'd gladly have the other one. So I'm not gonna push it away. I'll give it a 6.5.
Yeah, I think first off, Jay, thanks for bringing this one back, because I think this one's a lot of fun. It's not the typical, which the three of us, that's kind of what we're looking for, right? I mean,
yeah,
we're always looking for the next beer that's different, whatnot. We're looking for that one that kind of sweeps us off our feet. But at the same time, there's so much out there that, you get a stout and these things fall in a certain category and you expect certain things from them. And this breaks that mold 100%. It is, as Andy said, it's just different. And, I took the first couple sips and I'm thinking, okay, milk stout. I'm looking, just for that, really thick kind of milky flavor. It's not there. It's almost, we talked about this when we visited Ghost Train, just has a twang, and that's definitely that coconut water has to be.
Tang.
No, it's got a twang. And so that's this one to a T. It's just a little bit different, a little something different. and just got that little twang, that you hold on to.
Twing.
It's good. But yeah, it's so confusing because it's not what you're expecting. And it's probably, unless you've had another coconut water beer, that has that ingredient in it, it's probably nothing like you've ever had, because that's where I'm sitting right now, with all the beer that I've had. This is completely different from anything else I've ever had. I like it. It's a little different. Um, I'm going to go with a 7 because it is different. But it's just, I'm like Andy said, it's just hard to classify it and kind of pick out what you want out of it. So 7 for me.
Yeah, so I had to go back and look. It was a cool place, kind of hidden off one of the highways and one of these like little strip areas, but they have a little, I don't know if it's necessarily a food truck, but they have an area where you can order food and it comes in, just does some tacos and nachos and things like that. The way they classified this one was they called it the white rabbit stout, and it was Mexican chocolate plus coconut, and that's all I think their board said. So it makes sense that it's got the coconut water. It's definitely unique. I haven't had anything quite like that, and I agree with you, Andy. There's something, you get that front end flavor of the chocolate and the stout that you would expect, but then there's an after flavor that's different.
I'd say if you've had a coconut water, right?
Yeah, it's
I
probably
mean,
that.
that's that to me. The I've only had a few of them, but
Yeah.
that's that flavor that you get, and that's what comes through.
And to me, like, I agree with Andy. I mean, normally when you see a stout or a milk stout or something like this, it's a chocolate stout, you expect it to be thick and kind of leave a residue on the glass or in your mouth. You look at this glass, there's no residue behind on it. There's nothing that's left behind in the mouth, and that's probably part of the coconut too. So that, to me, it's light from that standpoint.
Absolutely.
Smooth or easier to drink, and um it's unique, and I like us having unique beers. I agree. I think we could, more we find things that are kind of off the beaten path or different type beers. I agree with you. I think I'm gonna rate this about a 7. I drink it again for sure. And if I go back out to El Paso, it's probably another brewery I'm going to visit again.
That is going to give us a 6.8 for the White Rabbit Milk Stout from Blazing Tree out of El Paso. Definitely appreciate Jay grabbing this crowler and providing it to us. This one is definitely different. So it's one you should go try and let us know what you think if you've had it, fan. If you happen to have made it to El Paso and had this, that would be fantastic if you let us know what you think.
So is it a milk stout? Is it coconut milk or is it coconut water? Maybe it's a water stout.
So no one ever.
That sounds more so like a Andy in the shower. Sure. That might come out soon.
Thoughts for Andy?
Be sure to like, subscribe, cheers that notification bell. Check us out on social media. Hey, seriously, come say hey in Discord. Really want to see you there. We've got other people that have joined us, and we're chatting it up, and would love to have you. Come on. What are you waiting for? For Andy in the attic and Jay, I have been for the coconut water milk stout. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.